Hi again, everyone. I heard two students talking about their job applications the other day. They mentioned a CV and a resume. A CV? What does this abbreviation actually mean? Why are there only two letters? And how about resume? Why does it sound so different, so foreign? Have you ever wondered why there are so many different words of different origins, meaning, spelling, and pronunciation in English? If you're curious about this area, then let's find out today. Hello and welcome to English with Paul. The topic of our video today is loanwords in the English language. What are loanwords? Well, these are basically borrowings or words that have been borrowed, adopted, and incorporated into English from different languages. Do you know any loanwords in English? Here is a task for you. Look at these words. Can you guess their origin? Which languages do these words come from? What do they mean? Please pause the video and complete the activity before you move on. Some researchers estimate that even up to 80% of all English words might be of foreign origin. That's quite a huge share, isn't it? The five main groups include the ancient Greek language with 6%, Latin with nearly 29% of all loanwords, French that constitutes the largest group with 29%, Germanic languages with 26%, and other languages with around 6%. Let's discuss these different groups in detail now. The first group are the words that originate in ancient Greek. The Greek language and culture laid foundations for most of the European languages and cultures, and the words and concepts are still being used nowadays. Look at the words in brackets on the left. This is how the ancient Greeks used to write them. Now, can you match the words on the left, numbered 1 to 7, with the explanations on the right, A to G? Do this task before you move on. Here are the answers. Compare them with yours before we move on. Now, let's practice pronunciation of these nouns. Listen and repeat. 1. Democracy. 2. Europe. 3. History. 4. Marathon. 5. Music. 6. Philosophy. 7. Tragedy. The Old Latin has had a huge influence on most of the European languages and cultures, especially the Romance languages such as Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Romanian, and of course on the English language. The Old Latin is a key to understanding modern grammar and lexis, and enormously helps if you study any modern European language. It is heavily present in modern scientific, technical, and medical terminology, which makes it worthwhile studying, especially if you want to become a scientist, engineer, doctor, or lawyer. Here is a selection of actually very common modern British words that originate in Latin. Look at them. Do you recognize any of these words? Do you know their meaning? These are very typical English words, right? But most of them are very similar or the same as their old Latin versions. Isn't it fantastic? Here are some common and widely used English abbreviations that originate in Latin. Look at these abbreviations. Do you know their meaning? Do you know their full Latin versions? And by the way, the word abbreviation itself is a Latin word. Here is a task for you. Look at the abbreviations 1 to 5 on the left and match them with the full Latin forms on the right, A to E. If you're ready, then let's carry on. Here are the answers. Number 1, e.g., for example. Number 2, etc., and so forth. Number 3, versus, against or opposite. Number 4, the famous before, afternoon, AM, PM. And number 5, CV or curriculum vitae, course of life. The largest group of English loanwords originates in French. This is because of the common history, culture, and the proximity of these two countries. Now, look at this set of pictures. Can you describe these photos with a word or short phrase? Here at the top right, you have the words. Match the words with the photos now. Move on when you're ready. Here are the answers. Are they the same as yours? Now, let's practice pronunciation of these words. Listen and repeat. 1. Fiancé. 2. Café. 3. Perfume. 4. Boutique. 5. Entrepreneur. 6. Ballet. 7. Cuisine. 8. Costume. And another task to make sure that you understand the meaning of the words. Match the words on the left, 1 to 8, with the synonyms or phrases on the right. After you've finished, move on to the next slide. Here are the answers. Compare them with yours. The fourth group are the loanwords from the German language. English and German share a lot of similarities both in grammar and lexis. And the English language is deeply rooted in the Germanic languages. The German language is particularly well known of having a lot of compound words, where you put two words together to form another new word. Look at the words on the left and match them with the words on the right to make new compound words. Compare my answers with yours. Are they the same? Let me model pronunciation of these compound words, although I might find it a little bit tricky because I might tend to pronounce them in a German way and not English. Let me give it a try. Kindergarten. Sauerkraut. Iceberg. Rucksack. Again. Kindergarten. Iceberg. Wanderlust. Sauerkraut. Okay, here is the visual representation of the words, along with the literal translation of the compounds into English. The translation might help you, especially if you don't know any German. And eventually, the last but most diverse group of loanwords in the English language. Look at the words in these 6 boxes. Do you recognize any of them? Which languages do they come from? Match the words in the boxes with the languages above. Here are the answers. Were you correct? Do you know any of these languages? How do these words sound in that language? Let me pronounce quickly these words for you now. Italian, broccoli, latte, opera, piano, pizza, soprano, spaghetti. Spanish, alligator, burrito, canyon, guitar, tornado, tortilla. Hindi and Urdu, bungalow, jungle, pajamas, shampoo, yoga. Arabic, caravan, giraffe, gazelle, mosque, sultan. Japanese, judo, karaoke, kimono, tsunami, soy, sushi. Chinese, kowtow, kung fu, tai chi, tofu, typhoon. As you can see, there is a huge number of English loanwords that originate in different languages. That makes English a truly unique language with different concepts, ideas, vocabulary, phrases, lexis from all over the world. Okay, we've nearly finished for today, but don't go yet. I have one more task for you. Do you still remember this? That was the task from the beginning of our video. Do you have a better idea now which languages the words come from and what they mean? Please complete the task now. And here is the list of resources I've used for this video. If you're still interested in this topic, then there is an excellent book by Philip Durkin called Borrowed Words, A History of Loanwords in English. The cover is here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Ciao!